are basically very cosmetic and nothing very technical in there. But I'm going to list all of them, and then I'll show you on the website how they may affect you and your business. Okay, let's get down with it. I'm going to now list all the changes which we have made to the software. I'm going to show you on the home page where the auditor search button is, and how a browser can actually look for auditors on the website, and how you as an audit firm can add a profile of your firm and look attractive to the various accountants and trustees who visit our website. Now, before I proceed and discuss further, you'll see on your panel there is a section for questions. So if you have anything which you do not understand, just raise a question and I will stop right in the middle and then go through your question and then proceed further. Now, on your website, you will be able to add pictures for your clients, pictures for your staff, for your auditors who actually work in a firm. So I'm assuming you are an audit firm and you have several auditors working for you, and you also have staff members who are not SMSF auditors, but they are staff who assist auditors. And I'll show you when you add these pictures where they are displayed. And I'm also going to show you a dashboard. And this dashboard is where audit partner will be able to see all the changes which are happening, or whatever is being done by auditors and by staff in the audit firm. So it'll be a one-page screen where the audit partner will be able to view of what is happening in the whole firm. I'm also going to show you right at the end the closing share prices which have been added of 30th of June. Now I must tell you that dividends have not yet been added, which will happen very soon, probably in a week's time. And I'm also briefly going to show that the new audit report has also been included in the live server, but we are still making changes resulting from the new audit report, which we will incorporate in good time. So there are other changes in the trustee representation letter, in the engagement letter, and in the compliance section, which are very important because of the changes which have been brought in the 30th of June audit report, the new 2015 audit report. But this session is not about the audit report. This session is about the cosmetic changes which we have made to the software. So let's get on with it. So the first item today is the auditor search button. So I'm just going to fire up the software, and you will see that on the home page, we have added a new button. This is for search auditor. Now, because we advertise on Google and now we're getting a bit popular, a lot of accountants are coming to the website, and they are coming to the support team, and they are logging into the chat, and they are looking for auditors who are close to them or wherever they are located, and especially trustees, they are looking to hire or auditors. So what we have decided is that for those auditors who want to advertise on our website, they will be able to do that. And if they advertise on the website, their advertisement would be available for search. And the way it works is the browser will select a postcode and say, okay, I'm looking for an auditor within 100 kilometers or 10 kilometers or where my postcode is. So just to see how the display looks like, I'm just going to enter 2000 here with 1000 kilometers, which means that it'll pick up anything between 9 or sorry 2000 postcode to 2999 postcode. And once you tick the agree to terms button, the browser can look for the auditors who have decided to advertise on the website. Well, if you're using this system, you might as well advertise on it. If you get a few clients, it's good luck to you. Now, you get a this is a list of all the auditors on 1,000 kilometers in the postcode 2000, and everyone gets a dedicated page. As you can see, the hand comes up, so it's not only on the name but also on the photograph, and there's a separate section for more details. And if you click on more details, there's a dedicated page for you. Now, what Fred has done here, he has uploaded his logo, he's uploaded his photograph, a text. As you can see, that he's color coded some paragraph headings to his logo. So all this is very much possible, and I'm going to show you how you can do it as well in your own section in your own login. Now, I'm going to show you a dummy accounting audit firm, and then you can emulate the same thing on your own account. So the dummy admin password for the audit firm is partner@partner.com.au, and the password is partner. If you want to play around, you can do that in this account, or you can straight away jump into your own account and see how you can incorporate your own profile. So what you have to do is you have to go to My Details. Now you would see that this page has now changed. We used to have one very long page, but instead of one very long page, you will see that there are tabs now added. We used to have add client on the outside audit manager page and add audit team in the outside admin page, but what we have done is we have brought all that inside, and now if you click on that tab, you can actually add a client from here instead of icon outside. Okay, now what we're going to do today is add a profile for your firm. We have added a new question on My Firm Details, and it's right at the bottom. It says advertise your business. All you have to do is click on yes, and then you can decide whether you want to display your own photo or display your address or your phone number and things like that. Now, to put headers is very easy. Whatever you type in here, you can actually highlight that area and then increase the size. And if you want to change the color, that's possible too. You can make it bold or italics, whatever you like. And if you wanted to upload your logo, all you need to do is click on image, that's the one right next to your flag, and go to upload. Then you pick a file. I'm going to try and pick a small file, say this one, and then I say open, and then send it to the server, and you will see that it gets uploaded. But it looks like it's a pretty big file anyhow. All right, so once your logo has been uploaded, you can type in whatever you want, and if you want to uh, type in your address for your website, you can create a link to any text, and the icon for that is the one on the left. And then all you have to do is add a link to your website. So you type in your URL. So do not put in HTTP, which is already inserted for you. So I'm just going to add the URL and just say OK. So you'll see that this section will become underlined, the one you have highlighted with the link. And pretty much that's it. So I suggest that you use Word for Windows, and then you copy and paste it in this box. And once you have entered all the information, you can preview it. And if you're happy with it, then You can actually also load it on the website and then make a search on it and see whether you are happy with the way it looks. But if you're not, then obviously you're going to make some changes. You can always call us on the support team or on the chat, and then we can also help you if you're having difficulties in uploading your logo or anything like that. Now, you also saw some of the partners had uploaded their photograph. So the way to do that is you click the partner tabs button. I'm just going to quickly remove this photograph and you will see how it will work. Now, all you have to do is click here or click in the box, or what you can do is you can just drag and drop one of your photographs from your uh, desktop, and then all you have to do is click on the upload button, and what the system will do, it'll not only upload the photograph but it'll also scan it. You just have to wait a while because scanning can take a bit of time. What we're doing is protecting the software so that it doesn't get infected, just in case if there's a virus in your photograph. So we'll just wait a moment. Now we can add photos for clients. So all you have to do is go to the client section, and when you're adding a new client, there's a section there to add their photographs. Now, if you already have added clients and you want to add their photographs, so all you have to do is click on the edit button, and then you can add the photographs for your existing clients. And you can do the same thing with your audit team for adding a photograph to a new auditor. You click add auditor and then add the picture, and then adding a staff member. Now there is a difference between an audit staff and a normal auditor, and the difference is that I've just clicked, I'll just show it to you again. What an auditor can do is shown here, but then you can also download the instruction manual, and we've got details on what an auditor can do. Um, an auditor is basically a ASIC approved auditor who has got power to sign an audit report. A staff member is an auditor in the firm, but he's not an ASIC approved auditor and he cannot finish an audit. So when you add an auditor, you can add their photograph, or if you have already other auditors working in your firm, you have to click the edit button and then you can add their photograph in the edit button. And you can do the same thing for your staff members. So if you're adding a new staff member, you can add their photograph, or when when you are adding a photograph to an already added staff member, you just click on the edit button, and then the drag and drop button will work. So all you have to do is just uh, drag the picture and drop it in that box and click on the upload button. Now this uploading takes a bit of a time because it depends on your speed of the internet connection. But mostly if your picture is very heavy, like if it's in more than 2 GB, 2 MBs, it can take a while. But if you have a good connection, it shouldn't be that bad. Okay, so this picture has been added, and I'm now going to show you where these pictures can be displayed. All you have to do is go to the audit manager, and you will see that we added a photograph for our audit partner. So the photograph has come up here. Now the staff photos are all here, or if you want to drop down, you can see who is there, and to see the full picture you just have to take your mouse over it and you can see the full picture of the client. These are your accountant clients or trustee clients, and this is your staff, this is your team members. Now, like I said, this presentation is, or this enhancement is basically only cosmetic. I just want to show you a couple of things and I'll be mostly done. The next thing which we have added is a dashboard. In the future, this dashboard would be very extensively used where the audit partner will be able to see uh, what is happening in the firm, in the whole audit firm, which comment has been added to which fund by which staff member, and which audit has been completed. I mean, lots of things we have in mind and we are developing. But what we have added at the moment is the audits which has been completed by the audit firm. And if you have renewed your ASIC license, you would notice that the one thing which they require from you is the number of audits which you have completed. So what we're going to do is we're going to see how this system works. If you have used our system and you have used a date to complete an audit, this system will actually search on that date and give you all the data. So what I'm trying to do out here is pick up all the audits completed by this firm in the last one financial year. Now, if your renewal date is a different date, then you'll obviously pick different dates, but I'm just picking up the full financial year. So I'm picking 30th of June 2015. And once I hit the go button, it'll give me the total number of audits which are done. But this is for the whole firm. So if I have other auditors employed, I will be downloading the Excel sheet. And once I open the Excel sheet, I can see that I get a lot of data from the system. The first thing I get is obviously the 30 numbers, the name of the fund of which I have completed, and for which year. So it's possible that in the last 1 year period, I might have done more than 1 year for any one particular fund. Say for dividend checking super fund, I've done 13 and 14 in the last year, and then completed by, this is the name of the auditor who actually clicked the icon mark fund complete because his name goes on the audit report, and then the date of completion, that is from 1st of July 2014 to 30th of June 2015. Once you have this date, it's very easy to sort out according to the auditor, and then you can complete your ASIC report. So this is just a brief demo to show you on how this works. Now, one thing more which has been uploaded on the website is the 30th June share prices. And the way the share prices work is, suppose you're auditing a fund which had, let's say, 30 shares in 2014, and you've already completed the audit of that fund. Now you are commencing the audit for 2015. Now you don't have to enter all those 30 shares again, because once you roll over from last year to the current year, from 2014 year to 2015 year, the system will automatically pick up the code, and after picking up the code, if there is no change in the shareholding, that is the still same 30 shares are held by the fund, basically the system can tell you what should be the market price. Now it is possible that the fund has sold a few shares or bought a few shares. You'll have to adjust it, but if most of the shares have remained the same, then there is no work required whatsoever. And let me demo that. And to demo that, I'm going to use a fund called 30th today 10th July testing fund. And let's have a look at the fund which we have not yet completed. So 2014 is still to be completed. I'm assuming that you have gone through all the stages and you have added the 30 shares, but I've just entered two shares, that is ANZ and Telstra. I've put 1,000 shares and 2,000 shares, but you could have more shares obviously in your fund, in the actual fund. So you can see the prices out here are 30th June 2014 prices. So once you finish the fund, you go to finalizing the audit of the fund. You will have to review the audit working papers file. So you download the audit working papers file. And after that has been downloaded and reviewed, you will mark the fund complete. Now, once you mark the fund complete, uh, basically your job for 2014 is done. And just waiting for the system to complete it. Oh, please add below the details before you completing the audit of the fund address. I created this fund only an hour back, so I'm sorry I've left a few things there. So I'm just going to go back and fix that. Just one moment, please. This also shows you that it won't complete a fund till everything is there. So it's checking. Right, so the fund address has to be added. Okay, we should be done. Update. Go back into 2014 to try and complete this fund. Because I've made a change, the mark audit complete may not work. Okay, fund establishment date is not there. Okay, so we have to go and fix that. Okay, uh, now I should be able to complete this fund. All right, I'm going back in audit of 2014. I'm going in finalizing the audit. I'm downloading my working papers, and okay, the file has been downloaded, and now I will complete the audit. While it's checking everything, we need to also make sure that the audit report, which I told you has been uploaded, we can check that the system is actually picking up the latest report. But we are updating the trustee representation letter, the engagement letter, the compliance audit, that whole section. We are deleting 2 items and adding 3 items. But we can check whether the audit report is the latest audit report or not. So I'm just going to go back into that fund, check into 2014, the fund which we just completed, to check whether the new report is being used or not. The difference is that couple of sections have been added, which is 104 and 105, and you can see the standard quality control items have been picked up, and you can see 52.2D is not there. So this is the new report. Okay, so now that we have checked that, we can close and then commence an audit for 2015. What we were going to do is we were going to check whether the new figure, the new closing prices are there or not. So when you're commencing the 2015 audit, you'll be asked to check whether you are 100% sure, because you'll not be able to open 2014 again. So you have to take yes to that, and the system will automatically roll over everything for you. Here you are. So the rollover from previous year, the list of shares have been uploaded. The list of shares which received dividends have already been uploaded. The audit report which you issued is already moved into the audit evidence folder. The management letter which you issued last year is already moved into the audit evidence letter. But you will notice that when you click into the shares, it will not work. The reason why it is not working is because in formulating an audit plan, we have not actually told the fund, or the system does not know that in the new year the fund has any shares in it. And if you move into tab B, you will see that item 3, does the super fund have any investment in listed shares, that is not yet ticked. So what we recommend, and also all the comments which you inserted in 2014 are also not transported. Now that depends on the user whether you want to copy from previous year or not. We would recommend that you write these notes in such a manner that you don't have to write them again every year, so that your audit is straight. Now, things like if the fund has got a bank account, you can enter the bank account number is so and so, the balance and so and so. So you don't have to enter the bank account number again, although you may have to just change the figure that the 30th June balance was so and so. So to copy all the notes, what you have to do is you have to click on this icon. It says copy from 2014, and the system will ask you for the audit partner's password, which I'm entering now. Once that is confirmed, the system will now copy all the tab notes from tab A to tab G and options in all the formulate and audit plan and all the comments made in the working papers. Now if I go back into tab B, I will notice that whatever the fund had in previous year, it has all those items in the current year as well. So if the fund is borrowed last year, we have already ticked it. So here it is. So number 3 item, does the super fund have investment, is coming out as yes. Now you will see if I tick on the shares section, it will give me the same figures which we had last year. Now we had ANZ and TLS, and these are the new prices. And how do we check that? That's very easy. We can go into the ASX website and double check whether the share prices are the same. Now in our blog, with the one we sent out, we gave you the link on the ASX website. I'm just going to go there and pick up the a link to the ASX website and download the share prices. So this was the email which was sent out, and the 30th June closing prices on ASX website are here. And once I open the spreadsheet, I need to know which shares I'm checking. So I want to know on 30th June what was the share price of ANZ. I go back into Excel and then I am looking for ANZ, and ANZ was $32.20, and I check on my website and it's $32.20. Next is Telstra. So I go back and I look for Telstra, and the Telstra share price was on 30th of June 2015, $6.14, and I checked the website, it is $6.14. Well, I invite you to check others as well. So the share prices are there, but like I said earlier, the dividends are not there as yet. So what if you click the dividends, it will not give you anything at the moment. We are working on the dividends folder. There are so many checks which we have to make, and we actually buy the dividend data from a provider. And what we have noticed in the previous years, when we buy that data, we have to check from each and every website of the company, because sometimes there are mistakes in that data which we purchase from a third party. So we hope to have the dividend data up on the live server, say before the end of July. And I doubted that you will have funds coming in before the end of July. Um, uh, I guess I've come to the end of my presentation, and please make a note that there will be another live presentation about the changes because of the changes due to the audit report and the quality control measure which has been brought in by the tax office. We are at the moment updating the compliance section. So what will happen is there are a couple of questions in there which will get changed, and there'll be a couple of questions which will be deleted and a couple of questions which will be added. So we're still working on those, and once they are done, we'll let you know. And we want to make sure that before you start auditing for the season, you have everything in correct place. Okay, if I can see that there are no questions, I'll just wait a moment more, and if there are no questions, I will then stop showing my screen and end the session. Right, looks like there are no questions.